What up, friends? How are you doing? My apologies. As I was saying, I was rudely interrupted. Okay, I was all blah blah blah, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go home. I gotta pick up my son. Anyways, so let me just go home and get everything I need to get out and whatever. So I'm gonna start over because I don't like the part one, part two. Okay, so how are you? How was your day? I went to the doctor, lost 10 pounds. I said that like 3 times, but you know, um, but I got cut off. Okay. So let's chat. Okay. All right. So I got a question, which is what my live was about, but I never got it out when I rewatched it. It's like, I'm not even saying why I'm going live. Okay. So I got a question about my video the other day where I was crying and letting stuff out, airing out my business yet again. And I got a question of, oh, hang on. Hello, friends. Are you there? Okay. All right. So I got a question about whether or not, um, because of the things I was talking about, things that happened to me when I was young, because I was vocal about it, were people going to turn their back on me, i.e., family? Probably. I really don't know. But TBH, our family's not close anymore. I work too much anyways to even hang out with them. So and when I am invited, it's very rare I get invited anywhere, believe it or not, um from my family. So I have one cousin that always invites me. She's in the south side. I love hanging out on the south side. So if I don't have to work early, I'll go. Or they usually have stuff at Peter Piper, for the kids or whatever. I'll go. I always go to her stuff. My other cousins don't even really talk to me or invite me anywhere, so there's that. Anyway, so I yeah, they probably will, and that's cool. I mean, I'm not here to force anybody to like me. Those people pleasing days of me are over. Okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore. That's gone. Okay. I'm not chasing anybody. I'm not forcing anybody anything. Okay. If you do not serve a purpose for me, and if I don't serve a purpose for you, I want you to get rid of me, because I'm gonna do the same to you. And there's no hard feelings. If somebody is mad because some of the people I was talking about was like the popular people in the family, I really don't care, because I think that stops a lot of people from talking about things that happen in their life is what are people going to say? And that saying, what are people going to say, stops us from a lot of things now, doesn't it? Okay. I could have talked about this a long time ago, but the fear of what people were going to say, stop me. And that was a mistake, because I can be speaking out and helping people, and somebody could be watching me at home going through the situation that I went through when I was little. And it feels like you're never going to get out. It feels like it's forever. Like time goes so slow when you're going through misery, doesn't it? Um, and you feel like you're just always going to be screwed. But I'm here to let you know that you will be fine. You are going to overcome it, and it's going to make you a stronger person. That was the reason for me to talk about it. It wasn't to bash anybody, it wasn't to make anybody feel a type of way. But for many years, I didn't say anything, and I kept everything, and I protected those people. Anybody talking about them? What? You talking about what? Not anymore. I worry about me, myself, and I, and my two little babies. And yes, I know my daughter's 23. She's still my baby, okay? So that's all I'm worried about is my legacy, what I leave behind. That's what I'm working on. And I'm still working on myself, okay? I've 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 changed a lot in a short amount of time, but there's still a ways to go, baby. There's still a ways to go. And I'm still, it's hard, but I'm just trying. I'm really trying. My heart is, my intentions are pure, and I'm really trying. And it's hard, and don't think it's easy, but if you want something so bad, you're going to do what you gotta do, baby. Okay. And that's what I'm doing. Okay. Um, yeah. So that was a question that I got. And also, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. And I don't feel any way about it. I don't, it doesn't make me feel funny. Like if I see somebody who has like a close relationship with their mom, I feel nothing because I had a relationship like that with my grandma. My grandma died when I was 15. So it's not like if like, oh my gosh, they're lucky they have their mom. And like, it's because I never had it. Like, we never had a relationship like that anyways. So it's like not a loss. It's more of the betrayal of the lack of protection from when I was a kid. Okay. So trust me, if you have a great relationship like that with your mom, you know, enjoy it. Don't take your mom for granted, and all that good stuff. This is just my how it was dealt with. So I don't feel a ways. So don't think, oh, I can't talk about my mom in front of her. Trust me, I'm not even the type to even be. I wouldn't wish what happened to me on anybody. So I wouldn't be like jealous or anything. Like I'd be happy for you for anything. I'm glad that you had that, but I don't know what that feels like to have somebody like that. You know what I mean? The person, and yes, like I said, these people did move on and be very loving and caring towards other people, but that wasn't my story. Like, I'm sorry. I see that they did great later, but like I said, that doesn't mean with me it doesn't hurt, and I that's their relationship with them, that doesn't include me. Like I don't look at it like envy or anything like that. Trust me. I am not envious over anybody, but sometimes people would try to paint it like that way just to justify why I might be saying this or why I did this or why, she's saying all this. I'm pretty sure people are talking shit, but same shit, different day. And that's unfortunately the reality of me. I speak the truth and people don't like it. And the thing is, I never said I was perfect. I never said I was perfect at all. I have flaws. I was a bad parent. Ask my daughter. She'll tell you. She'll tell you everything I did. But I own up to it. It's not like if somebody will ask me or say something like, why'd you do this or blah 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 blah. And I'm like, no, I didn't. It's different like when somebody like confronts you and then you're like, that never happened. What are you talking about? I never did that. People do that because they lack accountability. So yeah, but don't feel bad for me because I don't feel bad. I don't know what it feels like. Like, and I tell y'all all the time. I tell y'all like, I went. It's Christmas and we have nowhere to go. Like that's how it is. That's what I'm used to. Not being invited to Christmas to my parents' house. Like that's what I'm used to. Thanksgiving they don't have anything and invite us. So if somebody's like that and this is supposed to be my parent, then why am I supposed to be going out of my way to make this person look like something they're not? You know what I mean? They have stuff at their house for holidays. We just not invited. So I mean, I'm just saying. Anyway, so yeah, so there's that. Also, yeah, so don't feel bad for me. Like I said, I have been dealing with this since I was a little girl, and it's all that I know. Um, there was never a level of protection or anything like that. It was always whatever this person says goes. And I don't have time for people's games like that. And I do forgive them. Like, I don't hold it against them or anything like that. It's just you serve no purpose in my life. So, you know what I mean? Every relationship that you have has to be equal. There's not just one taker, and one giver. Has to be equal. Okay. And that relationship was not equal. So it doesn't serve any purpose for me or my children, then I don't need it. And that's just how I am with everybody. And if anybody feels any type of way, then that's fine. I mean, cool. I mean, no hard feelings. Like, seriously, there's literally no hard feelings. And that's sad because this is supposed to be somebody I'm supposed to be very close with, but it's just not like that. So yeah. Anyways, I had that loving, caring relationship with my grandmother. She died when I was 15. That's when my mom died. I just don't have that relationship. And if people want to feel whatever, they can feel whatever. I really don't care. Like I said, I don't really talk to my family like that anymore. Like my extended family, where I'm just too busy to even go anywhere. They talk to me and stuff like that. I have them as friends on Facebook, but I don't think they'll get that involved to where they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not talking to you because you said this about." It's nobody was there. I was there. My sister was there, and that's it. Feel how you want. I don't care. You know what I mean? Anyways, so also another thing I wanted to say, I want to go ahead and piggyback on Yanni Bonnie B. I'm going to link down her video. I don't know if it'll be available for you, but it kind of ties into what I'm saying. She was talking about Liv, and she did a little video about her and about her situation. And all I'm going to say is I agree 1000% with what Yanni Bunny B is saying to Liv. Okay. I too was not raised with hang on. I too was he's in Oregon. I too I too was not, that's my son. That was my son, okay? I too was raised with a family like Liv's. Liv didn't have a support, or I don't know what happened, because she did say her family was not supportive, and I wasn't never pushed to do anything good in life. I was never motivated. I was never told like, hey, why don't you do this, or why don't you try this, or oh, you did a good job, oh, I'm so proud of you. I never heard that from anybody that I was supposed to hear from. Just my dad, my biological dad recently. And that was awkward because I'm not used to hearing that kind of stuff. But a lot of people tell me that on the internet, okay? They always say they're proud of me and that they've seen me for so long and whatever. But from people I'm supposed to hear from, I've never heard those type of compliments, okay? So I know what it feels like to be Liv, okay? But Liv likes to play like the victim. She's like, oh, like helpless because like nobody's there to help her or whatever. She had this problem when she was little and this and this. But you can't let those things define you. Like everybody has been through something, like I've been through a lot. And I just explained to that recently, the things that I went through as a child that were devastating, that could have easily and for many years made me feel worthless. So I know what Liv is feeling like. The only difference is I don't let it ruin me. I don't let it hold me back. I don't because I've been betrayed since I was a baby. Okay, I was a baby, and I was first rejected by my father. 'Cause at first, this is what my mom says. I don't know if it's true. But my mom said that my dad said that I wasn't his kid because they were going through a hiatus or whatever, like during that time. So he said that I wasn't his child. So I was a little girl, and this is my mom telling me this. She just was cold like that. And so I know how it feels to have one parent and one parent in, and then I was pretty much raised by my stepfather, who I already explained was hot and cold. But I don't let that hold me back. I use that and I turn it into something positive. Because if you just can't dwell on things like that, because then it'll hold you back. She might be depressed or something because she has no ambition to do anything. Like she is just there. And she does kind of give me like shelter vibes, like maybe she's at a shelter. And I know here locally, I don't know how it is where she's at. If you live in a shelter, they will give you like vouchers for like Section 8 and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's what she's doing, but that was my conspiracy. That was another conspiracy theory over there. But, she can't just let it, yes, she lost her children, but she still has visitation. She could still contact them. She hasn't lost custody like of them, but she's just like giving up by moving because she doesn't have that kind of money to where she could just hop on a plane and go, you know what I mean? She's like, why would you move farther away from your children and just kind of throw your hands up and be like, oh well, moving on to the next? Like, that's just, she gives up too easily, you know. And she has, if she has a baby, AJ, I'm on the there's no AJ baby, but baby bus, okay? There's no AJ in my book, but whatever. Let's say she does have this baby, but she needs to at least try for him. Like, he's a little baby. She's going to continue to go through the same struggles if she doesn't go through those emotions and all the betrayals and all the rejection and everything. She has to go through that and process it and realize why things happen the way they happen, and things happen for a reason. And you know, like, she's just like throwing her hands up and like, oh well. And she is so freaking lazy. Like, I wish I had that type of time. You know, there's once upon a time I used to take disco naps, and I don't anymore. And I'm like, the good old days. But I would not trade my busy schedule for anything because I love it. As much as I complain about it and having a 6-day work week, I love it because it's better than doing nothing, right? And the pay is great, so I'm not going to complain because that's what I wished for. That's what I wanted. I wanted a better job. I needed to get out of the hotel. I needed to go somewhere where these people couldn't stalk me off a bus route. So that's what I did, you know? And it's been great. Be careful with what you wish for because you're going to get it. And then you're going to be like, is this what I wanted? But anyway, she needs to just focus back on herself because she needs to take care of herself emotionally because she wears it on her face that she's just giving up on life. And yes, that was probably very, very devastating to losing her kids, custody or whatever she lost, but she should have taken it more seriously. You know what I mean? It's just crazy how she is. Nobody messaged me all day, and then now I'm getting messages. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to piggyback on what Yanni Bunny B said. And sometimes you have to hear the harsh truth like that. Someone yelling at you through the freaking internet, telling you what's up. Because if you're surrounded by a bunch of enablers, a bunch of ass kissers, you're not going to realize how you are until you people out there, I don't know if y'all still watch me, but y'all saying those things about me, I heard them. I didn't like them, but I heard what you were saying, and I was like, okay, well, they keep on saying the same thing, that I'm stuck up. So I had to work on myself because I wasn't happy because that's usually disguised for something else, you know? Like, you can act one way and it's because of an insecurity somewhere else or something that's really wrong with you. Like, you know, I was carrying around all that hurt, you know what I mean? From the betrayals of my own mother, you know? And but I didn't see it. I didn't see it. It took me many years, and I did acknowledge it before, and I obviously, you know, you don't forget abuse, especially that type of abuse, but you I would just block it out. I would just block it out, and I'd be like, you know what? I just, you know, it happened. I survived, blah, 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 whatever. But no, like, I had to really, like, okay, this is why you don't trust anybody because the people that you were supposed to trust, like your mom, you know, you couldn't trust, you know. And at times as an adult, I couldn't trust, which I was like, oh, are you really surprised? Like, come on, you're allowing it to happen by putting trust in. You have to trust somebody in order to get trust, you know. And when they break that trust, then you're like, oh, well, why did I even trust her in the beginning? You know, like, you know what I mean? And it's no disrespect. I don't hate anybody. I don't have a hateful bone in my body. It's just if it no longer serves purpose, a parent included. And I'm telling you, I don't get invited to Christmas to my mom's house. They have stuff. I always tell people, oh, they don't have anything at their house. I'm lying to you guys. They have something every year. I'm just not invited. And it's been like that for a long time. That's why me and my sister have stuff at our house, because we're just not invited. We can't go. And that's the sad reality of it. That's like the reality of it. Oh well. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I gotta start cleaning my room and get ready for tomorrow. Bye bye.